If you've been following this Almighty Suspect and Brandon no jumper beef, well, it has officially risen to another level. It went from podcasting beefing, spit being exchanged, to now they are looking for each other in these LA streets. All right, it's a full-on gang war now. This beef is escalating pretty quickly. At this rate, somebody gonna be shot by next week, and somebody gonna be having a funeral by next month. Because this beef went very quickly from jokes and roasting each other.
These is joints and they been jumped.
I've been jumped. I never hit the ground though. You never bothered in the fetal position.
Shut up.
Do I get to talk?
With a grown-ass man, you gay.
Then it transitioned to spit flying and knives being pulled out.
Just caught you one. I just caught you one. Just like you are.
Guys. Oh. Guys, come on.
That exchange cost Almighty Suspect his job. Brandon has been at no jumper a little more now. Suspect got fired. So you could look at that situation and say, oh, Brandon tricked Suspect out of his spot. Brandon essentially won that particular battle right there because Suspect lost his job and Brandon is appearing on camera more with Suspect being gone. So if I'm Suspect, I'm looking at that at, I didn't get my lick back, right? I didn't get my lick, bro. I lost my job. You got me in my bag a little bit. I got to get my lick back. So I was not expecting that beef to be over because I'm still expecting for both sides to really hate each other, right? More specifically, Brandon hates Suspect because Suspect spit on him. And, and Suspect despised Brandon because he lost his job due to this conflict with Brandon. Now, during the podcast that led to Suspect losing his job, Brandon actually revealed a piece of information. He told everyone that he was going to be at the Marathon Burger.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm from the east side. I used to be in a gang. I used to run the streets, all that, get shot at, shoot at.
Gay lords.
You will never find, for one, you could go to Long Beach and ask any
voice,
period. You see him in the comments right here.
That voice ain't deep enough.
Much respect, never got hold out in the alley in no city. And on top of that, I'm going to be at the grand opening of the Marathon Burger with the Rolling 60 Crips on the 31st. They invited me to come. No in here, as hard as that, not you and Heavy, not you, but y'all are Munchie, we understand that situation. But all these guys who in the streets, they so tough, they got all invited. None of them want to show up.
I actually got similar calls. People saying, Flacco, pop out, you good, pop out. I actually got an offer for somebody to escort me to the Marathon Burger grand opening. I said, I'm straight. I am good. There's not a burger savory enough for me to hang out with gangbangers for 6 hours, bro. There's not a burger enticing enough for me to go to a grand opening at a burger joint where there's a gang caucus going on and I gotta stand outside and hang with them folks. I'm straight, bro. I'm still a supporter of the Marathon Burger. Shout out to Black Sam. I feel like Black Sam is doing a great job at keeping Nipsey's legacy alive, and he's producing a really great product. Now, I do believe that the crowd that comes at times, can be unruly, can maybe scare some people away. Because, there may be some tourists who just want to come and get a burger, bro. But when they pull up, they see meetings happening. They see people outside loitering, cut blood. It's like, bro. Some folks just want a burger, bro. They don't want to have to deal with certain crowds. I knew I was never pulling up when I seen an Instagram reel of this dude with 2 C's in his Instagram handle asking people to help him pick out his fit to go visit a Marathon Burger. Once I seen that, I said, okay, it's no longer being looked at as a burger joint. It's not a hangout spot. I'm straight. But Brandon got invited and he went. Now, when he was on the couch, he says, a lot of y'all who are so-called tough guys, y'all not pulling up and y'all won't pull up. Suspect didn't make it overtly clear at the time, but you could tell Suspect kind of seen that as a challenge or seen it as Brandon saying that he won't pull up. Suspect did make it be known that he's also pulling up at the Marathon Burger and he doesn't see that as a badge of toughness. Now, Brandon did make good on his promise because he did indeed show up at the Marathon Burger. Brandon did something that I would not advise anybody to ever do in LA. He was posting while still at the event. He was letting people know, I'm outside. Now, this light-skinned dude here who did a video with Brandon, he in the video with Brandon, he said some pretty disparaging things about Suspect, even asked Brandon not to beat up Suspect when he sees him. Then he panned the camera to another dude who also said, hey, Suspect is a punk for pulling out a poker. So Brandon was, now Brandon never said a word about Suspect. Brandon sort of played it off and, ain't really feed into, I guess, their comments about Suspect, but let's just say it was an expectation, okay? Brandon pulled up Suspect, where you at? We're watching this play out in real time. I'll be real. Some dudes was treating the Marathon Burger, man, as if it was like a high school reunion, bruh. People were hugging on each other. It was a great feeling for the community. And I feel like that's what Nipsey's presence really bring to LA. It's kind of like a unifier, right? No matter where you're from, you could really come to Nipsey's establishment, and you can find friendship there. So we're watching this play out in real time, right? It was a good feeling. And then one Suspect post changed the entire mood. Changed the entire mood of the thing. One Suspect post went from, oh my God, this is amazing, it's a good feeling, to, there's trouble. Almighty Suspect posted to his IG story, let's see what this Marathon Burger hit and foul, with the evil demon emoji. Now, if your Hoodinese or your Iganese ain't really fluent, I gotcha. All right, I've been speaking it fluently for about 6 years now. Suspect is sending out a dog whistle, sending out a warning to whoever is at the Marathon Burger that don't like him and he don't like. Be prepared, he's coming. Now, when you see the demon emoji, you know he coming with some force. He coming with something, whether it's the pipe, it's the strap alone, or he coming with a manpower that's ready to destroy anything in his way. Suspect made good on that promise. He pulled up to the Marathon Burger. However, when he pulled up, Brandon and other people that Suspect didn't like, they were gone.
Look, so a just walked up to me right now, right? And he said, bro, nigga Brandon was up here acting like he was ready to give you a fade, right? As soon as cause I was posting videos of me walking down the boardwalk, you feel me, saying I was on the way. They started telling me, like, look, he making videos walking down the boardwalk. He said, both of them got up out of here immediately.
Take over.
Oh, yeah.
You niggas ran. Hey, I don't got no dog in the fight, fat girl. I told you he was on his way, and you ran.
Thank you.
I showed you the DM. You said you was gonna stay, call him, where he at. Cuz came, you left.
Thank you.
You lost.
Facts.
You lost.
Facts. Thank you.
The guy that's talking is not just a random fan. That's Brian Hurst Baby. A lot of you guys may not recognize who Brian Hurst Baby is, but Brian Hurst Baby is a reputable. Like, think about what you think a LA goon or gangster is. That's Brian Hurst Baby is one of those dudes, bro. Like, you don't want no trouble or smoke with Brian Hurst Baby. All right. So Brian Hurst Baby is claiming that when he was there, Brandon and another guy who Suspect don't like and he don't like Suspect, that they were together. And apparently, when like Suspect was texting Brian Hurst Baby, let him know, hey, bro, I'm on my way, I'm coming, I'm posting. Brian Hurst Baby was letting Brandon and this dude know. According to Brian Hurst Baby, Brandon has a different version of this story, but Brian Hurst Baby's story is, I was letting them know I was on my way, and and when I was getting closer, they ran, they left. Now, the other dude that, they're referring to, this is a dude who, for some reason, like, listen, people are weird, right? People, when they see certain situations, they want to, like, put themselves in the middle of it. They want to clout chase. So Suspect and Brandon got beef. They got their issues. Suspect never talked about this dude. Don't even know who he is. But he decided he wanted to put, I guess, himself in the middle of their beef. So he began to make videos saying that Suspect can't come to Marathon Burger, that Suspect is banned from Marathon Burger. Mind you, this dude did not put $1 into the Marathon Burger investment, didn't put $1 in building up the building, but somehow this dude knows who and who can't come to the Marathon Burger. Just straight weirdo activities, man.
Almighty Suspect. Oh, I could have somebody from 60 bring me. I can come with somebody from 60s. You ain't heard what happened to anybody who cool with no jumper and whack 100 and Adam 22 and all that kind of stuff? You can't go up there. Can't go up there. A form of disrespect will not be tolerated, and a form of disrespect will not be allowed. And the disrespect that Almighty Suspect sits alongside of, with the likes of Pathetic Fatso, Rat Run Hunter, Adam 22, puts him in the, if you them ninjas, you will duck with them ninjas. Straight like that. Lush, although he might be a brave J-Cat.
Now, Brandon, I don't know. Brandon may have left because Brandon has some other things to do. That other dude, I know for a fact he don't got nothing to do. Right? That man is the most bored, Nothing going on, unproductive human being I've ever even thought of. And I don't even know who he is. I've just seen some online posts that makes me almost certain he's an unproductive person. So he had nowhere to go. But for some reason, he tucked tail and ducked out when suspect was coming. Now, suspect will respond back to, because he was leaving and he's seen, I guess, this particular video of this dude claiming that he can't show up. So suspect would essentially taunt them some more for saying that he can't show up to Marathon Burger, but when he came, this dude tucked tail and dipped.
Hey, man, lesson of the day, bro. You can't stop me from doing shit. Nothing. Don't ever think I won't go wherever the fuck I want to go. I go, fuck where you be at. It's crazy. I was out there comfortably for hours. I just pulled off. Just talking about I can't go there. Man, shut your ass up. If I wasn't allowed, I couldn't tell. Cause I was greeted. I didn't stand in line for my burger. You mean these be as hell? Both you is butt buddy, Bucci Bear and the Grinder, butt buddy. And when I pulled up, you ran. What's wrong with you? Boy, I tell you, he's crazy.
Brandon will respond back to suspect, and he will say, all week I've been announcing on No Jumper that I will be at the Marathon Burger grand opening at 12 a.m., p.m. on May 31st. Almighty suspect showed up at 5:30 p.m. saying someone ran from him. Brandon is saying, come on, bro. I was there since 12 p.m. You showed up at 5:30 p.m. Bro, when you showed up, I was already gone. I had some things to do. Now, Brandon will go on Cliff World's TV's channel. And on Cliff World's channel, Brandon will speak on this situation with suspect. And here's what Brandon had to say.
Like, what's up with that?
Right.
And I'm like, bro.
Yeah, he got there like 5:30. Everything was getting shut down by like 4:30. Everybody, all the hood dudes and all that, they was congregating in the alley.
Yep.
So we was all in the alley, and then the police came like, hey, y'all gotta like move, leave, whatever. And I had to go anyway. So as soon as I'm going, I'm sure somebody was texting them or something.
They say Sutsgird bounced out with the members.
I don't know if he bounced out with the members or whatever. But, you got to understand, he grew up in L.A. So I'm sure he got some friends who he know up there.
Right.
Because it was some dudes that I went to school with who was up there who are from L.A.
Well, what was he trying to fight or what? Like, what was the point? Did he pull up because you said he wasn't gonna pull up, or what was it?
I don't know if he was trying to fight or what, but I know for a fact it was several dudes up there who got issues with him, but I don't know if they left or what. But, it's L.A., people know how to play it.
Right.
People know how to, like, watch and see what's going on because there's nothing that kept that dude from rolling past, seeing who's out there, and then decide, okay, I can roll up now,
When Brandon say, yo, I was in the alley with some dudes, the cops came and say, yo, y'all gotta go, so I left. I can believe that. I can see that as something that happened. I can see that as a true statement. Now, I don't believe, though, when Brandon says that, yo, maybe suspect came, he rode by at like 3 p.m., he seen who was there and probably left and then drove by again and then came back once he realized everybody was gone. I don't feel like suspect did that. I do feel like suspect came overly prepared. He came probably with family members, with goons, with artilleries. He came expecting an altercation to happen. So I do believe the suspect was probably 100% prepared and was probably looking to see, people that he don't like there. So, he could get his get back. Now, the other dude that was with Brandon, he apparently is having like an aneurysm on like in the Instagram comments because people think he was ducking suspect. This dude, I believe, is almost 40 years old. So why do you care about what people on the internet think? But here's what he had to say in terms of the situation. This man tells suspect in the Instagram comments, bro pulled up at the event. When the event was over, noticed no DJ, no celebs, no long lines, no interaction with marathon staffs. The event was over at 4. He pulled up at 5:30. He posted he was pulling up and then came through 3 hours later We was there from 11 to 4. Event was 12 to 4, bro. Bro went there to take a picture with one person to make himself feel better. If he was there, why didn't he take a picture in front of the marathon sign or get a picture with all the celebs that were there? And the suspect responded back, I was there for hours. You was just on stream saying I wasn't allowed up there at all. Yesterday, now you got bulletin about how I made y'all ninjas look like, itches. He responded back, you blocked me, but what time we meeting at the gym to get in the ring tomorrow? Yeah, bro. Like, bro, I've heard this before, man. All right. I've heard that excuse, right? You get marked out, and then the first thing you say is, yo, no, this usually happens in video games, okay? You beat somebody so bad in video game, they say, yo, play me for money, yo. Play me for money, yo. All right, so you get marked out in the streets, and the first thing you want to do is, hey, bro, meet me at the gym, yo. Nah, bro, right? The gym don't take away the mark out. All right, now suspect responded back and says, F a gym. Ninja, I was outside all day, and all I hear is excuses. Puss pop. All right. Then the dude responded back and says, LOL, I'll be with BPS tomorrow after the gym you scared to go to. Pull up to G Perico event hosted by the BPS Ninjas. See you there. So apparently, like, this dude's, I guess, response is, suspect, you're too scared to pull up on me when I'm with your enemies. When I'm with dudes that you don't get along with. Hey, listen, man, this is people, if you thinking the same thing I'm thinking, bro, this is just dumb. This is LA for you, bro. At the end of the day, I think this is getting out of control. It needs to stop here because how much longer can this go on? And exactly what's the desirable outcome? And I asked that question to everyone. What's their desirable outcome? Is it a fate that needs to be caught? Is it now we beefing forever? Whenever I catch you, I want to torment your life and stalk you around town. I feel like at this point, bruh, something happened. Everybody should just let it go and move on with their lives, bruh. Living a peaceful life is the only thing that I care about, which is why I no longer engage with none of that, bruh. Yo, if you're somebody who makes videos about Flacco, I say congrats, okay? Right? Congrats. Yo, I see like videos about me or somebody lying on me or dissing me. Unless the lie is like a flagrant lie, like for example, right? I think I seen somebody say I had a federal case. I've never been to prison. Like, cut it out, bro. Saying, yo, I had like a federal case. The feds was on my, like, bro, things like that, or lying about me being on the offender registry or some nonsense like that, bro. Now, things like that you will get sued for, and I'm coming after everything you got, and I'm bankrupting you. But other videos, bro, that they make about me, bro, I say, hey, man, thank you, right? I see that as like a free promotion. I just won't ever like mention you, all right? You know, you can make the 1,000 videos, bring people over to my channel. They see I got good content, man. Yo, once like I've said, listen, man, like my only mission in life, man, is to make content, stay positive, and get closer to God, bro. All this other stuff of beefing over internet comments and words, bro, I'm out of this race now, man. So watching this, it just looks dumb to me, man. But maybe, hey, I can't be a hypocrite, all right? Just because I'm recently, I guess, removed, I'm recently not saved, but, I'm recently, like just rededicated to my purpose. Maybe I'm judging, but this to me just looks dumb from my bird eyes view, okay? I would never engage with this. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? Do you guys believe that Brandon and the other dude ran from suspect? Do y'all believe that suspect came late on purpose? Let me know in the comment section. And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out how these new snitch allegations is ruining Larry Hoover's life. I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.